Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Griffin Stroin. At around 4 p.m. today, multiple cars crashed, creating quite the backup on Highway 51. Traffic was backed up on 51 and K from the 195-mile marker. At one point, all lanes were blocked on both sides of the highway. An estimated 40 vehicles were involved. But after 4 hours of work on the roads, all lanes have now been opened. The Marathon County Sheriff Department is still warning drivers, though, to use caution out on the roadways, especially in the Highway 51 and County K area. Hey, Conrad, it was a busy day for you guys in the weather department. What can we expect for the rest of the night?
Yes, very, very busy with these gusty winds. Let's take a look at Eagle River right now live. The visibility has improved just a little bit, but we will have gusty winds that will be continuing into the morning hours tomorrow. Check out these gusty winds, these sustained winds right now from Rhineland around 18 miles per hour, gusting a lot more than that. But let's look at these. Big winner in Wisconsin Rapids coming in at 62 mile an hour wind gusts, 53 out here in Rhinelander, but these winds will be continuing to be gusty throughout the overnight into the morning hours. And because of that wind, yes, folks, these temperatures are low with the feels like even colder. So definitely put on an extra layer or two out there. But currently we do have 0 degrees out here in Rhinelander, only 1 degree in Eagle River. And our satellite is showing that snow that has moved on past in the east. So we are in the clear with temperatures that will be dropping below 0. Griffin?
Thank you, Conrad. A judge sentenced a former Rhinelander nurse to 4 years in prison today. Evan Sheedy of Three Lakes secretly recorded a partially nude patient last year. Sheedy appeared in Oneida County Court this afternoon. He was a nurse at St. Mary's Ascension when he took video of a patient without her consent. Judge Thomas Egan called Sheedy's actions a horrific violation of trust. Egan sentenced Sheedy to 1 count of capturing an intimate representation and a separate count of child pornography possession. After 4 years in prison, Sheedy will have 3 more years under supervision. Restitution will be paid to the victim in an amount to be determined. The Eagle River Historical Society launched its newest Facebook series earlier this month. This year's theme is Objects That Connect to Eagle River History. It's part of a continued effort by the Society to make its history more accessible during the pandemic.
We're trying to combat with COVID, not having people necessarily come in, but to still get the objects out there and to do that kind of learning.
The series highlights objects-based learning for all ages. It's an educational method that uses authentic or replica material objects to help spark imagination and add depth to learning.
Both in its past, its utilization, its significance, its impact on culture, all of that is within the possibility of being triggered by an object.
The Society will post about twice a month for the year. You can find its page on Facebook at Eagle River Historical Society. Wisconsin Senator Roger Roth has announced that he will run for lieutenant governor in the upcoming election. The Republican politician from Appleton shared this announcement at a worker visit to Alpha Prime in Menasha. He has served in the state Senate since 2015 and brings 17 years of experience in the National Guard. The plans for his potential successor in the House are still unknown. The primaries for the lieutenant governor spot will be held in August. The DNR announced additional funding for storm cleanup in Tomahawk and Marathon County. The state funding comes as a result of a severe storm that hit these parts of the state, with several tornadoes and even a state of emergency warning from Governor Tony Evers. 5 communities applied and accepted this money through the department's Urban Forestry Catastrophic Storm Grants. The grants can cover tree repair, removal, and replacement under select rules. Thousands will flock to Land O'Lakes this weekend for the town's annual Radar Run. The event features a 1,000-foot snow track right by Bent's Camp Resort. There will also be free hot chocolate, raffles, and music. The money raised at the event goes right back into area trails by supporting the Frosty Snowmobile Club.
Well, we got to keep those trails smooth, keep the people coming up here, keep them spending money in our local lodging and restaurants and things. And so far, so good. It's been a great season.
Last year, the Radar Run raised over $6,000. Registration for this year's run begins at 10 in the morning on Saturday. The popular Bikini Run will be at 3 p.m. The Merrill Community Ride is hosting their annual Sleds and Jams event tomorrow. This is the 6th year the group has hosted this event. This year, the group is partnering with a Merrill area family that has 2 children who have been diagnosed with a genetic liver disorder. They are hoping to raise funds to help the family cover the costs associated with the treatment. There will be an organized snowmobile ride, a piker run, and an evening celebration. For more information, you can check out the Merrill Community Rides Facebook page. Once every month, the Rhinelander National Guard Armory comes alive with tons of volunteers and hundreds of cars. Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson takes us behind the scenes of a pop-up pantry.
Okay.
Diane Timling finds so much joy in packing a shopping cart full of food. The food isn't for her.
Everyone goes home with a lot of food.
There's food from just about every food group. For just a $22 cash donation, people go home with over $100 worth.
Today we've got a lot of choices of really good things.
Diane is the volunteer coordinator at Ruby's Pantry in Rhinelander. Every month, there's a pop-up pantry at the National Guard Armory with 265 shares of food. And it couldn't be done without the volunteers, 120 of them to be exact.
60, 70 show up every month to help do all of this work. They love serving the community and serving just all the clients that come and get the food.
A lot of the volunteers come from Calvary Baptist Church.
Well, it's one of the things we look forward to doing. We believe in this community. This is a great community to be a part of. The Northwoods area is filled with wonderful people, and so we're just really glad to be a part of it.
Pastor Ankrum is always looking for more volunteers. The pop-up pantry happens the 3rd Tuesday of every month.
Their mission is just to serve the community, to offer food and spiritual food also, to feed their souls and to feed their bodies.
Reporting for Newswatch 12 in Rhinelander, I'm Morgan Johnson.
The next Ruby's Pantry food distribution is March 15th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. President Biden addressed the nation today about the ongoing crisis in Ukraine. Coming up on Newswatch 12, we'll have the latest from Washington, but first we'll have Maine weather with Conrad. We will be right back.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
See your local Northern Wisconsin and UP Ski-Doo dealers.
Bolger Cremation and Funeral Services of Woodruff, serving families from all walks of life. Cremation, funerals, pre-planning, monuments, veteran services.
Bam! My accident? My accident happened in a second.
My settlement? That's taking a really long time.
If you've been injured in an accident and need money now while your case settles, call Oasis today. We'll work with your attorney, and if you're approved, get you $500 to $100,000 in as little as 24 hours. If you lose your case, you don't have to pay Oasis back, ever. Applying for Oasis Express Cash is easy and takes 3 minutes. Call Oasis now or go online to apply.
Teachers are truly unsung heroes, building up the next generation of leaders. We should celebrate them. I'm Dan Hagan.
And I'm Jeff Weller with Newswatch 12. We are excited to announce it's time to nominate teachers for the Golden Apple Awards, proudly presented by the Rhinelander Partners in Education.
You can nominate those teachers by going to RhinelanderPie.com. Nominations are due by February 28th.
So let's celebrate teachers who recognize all of what they do.
At WJFW, our Newswatch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most of all to the Northwoods. Our team is committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. NBC Newswatch 12, news from where you live.
And let's get right into that weather forecast for tonight. Check out this view coming out of Eagle River. Yes, the visibility is a little bit better right now compared to what we had just a couple hours ago, where it was close to whiteout conditions actually. So right now it is improving just a little bit. Let's look at these big winners for today with gusty winds all throughout the day. Wisconsin Rapids coming in at 62 mile per hour gusty winds. So very windy conditions out here in Rhinelander, a little bit less with the winds coming in at 53 mile per hour gusts earlier. And because of that, blowing and drifting snow all across the road. So very hazardous road conditions. And right now, look at that. So the visibility isn't too bad, coming in at 3 miles in Eagle River, 5 miles out here in Rhinelander. So it's starting to improve just a little bit, but a little bit more north of us. Yes, more whiteout conditions out there with those gusty winds creating almost blizzard and whiteout conditions with those fresh powder of snow on the ground. And because of that wind and blowing snow, we do have a lot of advisories out here. No, it might be a little complicated to look at all these colors out here, but just know the main thing out here is the wind. Out here, we do have a wind chill advisory that will be in effect for tomorrow morning. And a little bit south of us, we do have a wind advisory because of the gusty winds, and that fresh powder snow is making conditions a lot worse than it looks. And the radar is showing, a bunch of that snow moving on out in northern Michigan right now. So we are starting to clear out just a little bit, but gusts will be continuing into tomorrow morning. So definitely put an extra layer or two to bundle up just to make sure you're all good. Just a dusting or two out here in northern Wisconsin, a little bit more up there in UP of Michigan with a little bit of a lake effect snow actually out there with the winds starting to turn from the northwest, and that will create a little bit of lake effect snow out there. And as one system moves out, yes, another one moves on in. So we do have another big storm system right now in Canada by the west coast, but that will be coming on down to us. And yes, it will be reaching us by Monday and Tuesday timeframe, bringing a lot of snow. So if you love snowmobiling, those trails are going to look absolutely great with that additional snow coming in by Monday and Tuesday timeframe. These temperatures right now looking a little bit chilly out here, 0 degrees in Rhinelander, and below 0 temperatures out there, a little bit north of us that will be coming on in out here. Look at these wind chill values tomorrow morning, even 20 below out here in Rhinelander. So definitely bundle up. And Sunday, let's look at this temperature, 40 degrees by Sunday before a cold front comes by Monday night. And into Tuesday, some more snow will be coming on in. And tonight, temperatures are going to be 5 degrees below 0, but don't look at that temperature. Make sure you're looking at that feels like temperature, when temperatures will definitely feel a lot more colder, even 25 to 30 below with that wind chill and that wind blowing across. Tomorrow, a little better conditions in the low to mid-teens and partly sunny, but still a little bit windy, so bundle up out there. And that big 7-day forecast brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress, showing that 40 degrees on Sunday and then a cold front coming on in Sunday night with some more snow on Monday and Tuesday. Griffin?
I'm not sure how we have 40 on Sunday and then potential snow on Monday, Tuesday, but that's why I'm here. Thanks, Conrad. Police in Canada's capital city have started arresting protesters of the government's COVID-19 restrictions. Some protesters surrounded and were taken into custody. Police said some were seen being led away in handcuffs. The arrests are part of an effort to end a 3-week siege of the city of Ottawa by truckers angry over COVID-19 restrictions. Police say some 100 people were arrested Friday. And 21 vehicles were towed.
We're focused on returning our city to the place that we all know and love. We will run this operation 24 hours a day until the residents and community have their entire city back.
The protests have drawn support from right-wing extremists and have been cheered on and received donations from some conservatives here in the U.S. President Biden addressing the nation today about the crisis in Ukraine as top U.S. officials push for a peaceful solution while meeting with allies at the Munich Security Conference. An increase in shelling in contested areas of eastern Ukraine is sparking concern that Russia may be trying to create an excuse to invade. Alice Barr has the latest from Washington.
President Biden speaking to top allies from Europe to Canada today before addressing the American people, saying he believes Russian President Vladimir Putin will order an invasion of Ukraine.
As of this moment, I'm convinced he's made the decision. We have reason to believe that.
At the same time, Vice President Kamala Harris is in Munich for a high-profile security conference where the crisis is taking center stage.
We remain open to diplomacy. The onus is on Russia at this point to demonstrate that it is serious in that regard.
U.S. officials say Russia's troop presence has grown to as many as 190,000 along Ukraine's borders, with roughly half in attack position. Secretary of State Antony Blinken accusing Russia of actively creating false provocations aimed at sparking conflict with Ukraine and justifying an invasion.
A scenario that is already in play.
Western leaders believe one such plot may be playing out in breakaway regions of eastern Ukraine, where Russian-backed separatists are evacuating, claiming they're under threat amid a spike in shelling. Ukraine putting the blame squarely on Russia. Secretary Blinken is set to meet with Russia's top diplomat next week, provided there's been no invasion.
I want to offer a word of thanks.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin meeting with American troops in Poland today amid news the U.S. is expected to move more forces into Hungary to bolster NATO allied defenses. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Kim Potter, the police officer who shot and killed Dante Wright, was sentenced today. We'll tell you the verdict and how both sides are reacting. That's right here on Newswatch 12 at 10.
He should have used his power to serve Wisconsin. Instead, Ron Johnson served himself. An investigation found that Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. After the loophole became law, Ron Johnson cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since taking office. Look up the facts and tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
Here's your Newswatch 12 Snowmobile Trail Report, brought to you by your local Northern Wisconsin and Upper Peninsula Ski-Doo dealers.
Nobody has more used trucks all on one lot, all priced to move. So when you're ready to buy your next truck, know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenztruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move.
We got the trucks at Lenz Truck.
This week on Jeopardy!
Feb, be wary.
Because we're entering the 222 zone.
The second month of the 22nd year.
And something is amiss.
1600's for 1600, please.
Something doesn't add up.
It's the dumbest $2,000 you can ever spend.
Don't miss a whole week of amazing games.
You guys have yet to miss a clue.
And one of Jeopardy's rarest endings.
All right, here we go. Good luck.
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
Emotional reaction from the family of Dante Wright at the sentencing of former police officer Kim Potter today. She shot and killed the 20-year-old during a traffic stop, saying she mistakenly drew her gun instead of her taser. CNN's Josh Campbell has more.
Dante Demetrius Wright, I will continue to fight in your name until driving while black is no longer a death sentence.
Tears and raw emotion filled a Minneapolis courtroom Friday as former Minnesota police officer Kim Potter was sentenced to 2 years in prison.
And I am sorry.
In December, Potter was convicted of first-degree and second-degree manslaughter for fatally shooting 20-year-old Dante Wright, when she said she mistook her gun for her taser.
She pointed her gun into my son's chest and pulled the trigger, not only killing Dante, she also damaged my whole family's heart.
Both of Wright's parents made emotional statements in court.
She took our baby boy with a single gunshot through his heart. She shattered mine. my life and my world will never, ever be the same.
Everything we do as a family ends in tears. Because all we have is memories left of our son.
The mother of Wright's 2-year-old son talked about the impact on her family as well.
Ken Potter took my son's best friend away from him, and things haven't been the same since. I am now a single mother, not by choice, by force.
Potter, tearfully apologizing to Wright's entire family, turned and spoke directly to his mother.
Katie, I understand a mother's love, and I am sorry I broke your heart. My heart is broken for all of you. I am so sorry that I hurt you so badly.
Then even the judge appeared to be controlling her emotions as she handed down her sentence of 24 months imprisonment and a $1,000 fine.
Officer Potter made a mistake that ended tragically. She never intended to hurt anyone. Her conduct cries out for a sentence significantly below the guidelines.
Spelling out the actual time Potter will spend behind bars.
You shall serve 2/3 of that time, or 16 months in prison, and 1/3 on supervised release.
Prosecutors had asked that Potter serve more than 7 years in prison. Wright's family had asked for the maximum.
Because this lady got a slap on the wrist, and we still every night sitting around crying, waiting on my son to come home.
This isn't okay. This is the problem with our justice system today. White women tears trumps justice.
That was Josh Campbell reporting. Potter has been incarcerated since her conviction nearly 2 months ago. A jury found her guilty of first and second-degree manslaughter after deliberating for about 27 hours. The Brewers season came to a disappointing end last year. They were bounced from the NLDS to the eventual world champ Atlanta Braves. And I'm sure the crew hoped to get back out there and get back out on the field. But they may have to wait longer than usual. I'll tell you why, coming up next.
This is the purpose-built Ford F-150. It's a beast with brains. You know what? Skip this video. Go see one at the auto show.
It's auto show time, the best time to buy a Ford F-150 with ways to power up this and that. Work smarter, muscle for most anything. Plus, special auto show offers to help you bring one home today. Now get a 2021 F-150 with 0.9% financing for 60 months plus 1,000 auto show bonus cash.
The President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture is one of the biggest sales of the year, now with special doorbusters. Starting Sunday, get incredible doorbuster deals, like a modern sofa chase with a free lift-top table, all while they last.
Wow. Wow is right.
Deals up to 60% off list throughout the store. Find a great accent piece, a warm fireplace, an amazing recliner. One of the best times to buy furniture. The huge President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Roofing season is here, and Bear Renovations is the Northwood's #1 choice in roofing and rain gutter systems. Whether it's shingle roofing or metal roofing, big or small, the Bear does it all. Stop by our showroom just north of Tomahawk on County Road A or call 715-966-6649 today. Remember, you can like us on Facebook, but you'll love us on your roof. Bear Renovations is locally owned and operated. Call the Bear.
For a close shave, you need to get a razor and lather up. For a quick shave on the go, you need to settle for an electric. But what if you really want both? Nick Bolton here with the newest addition to our tactical line, the Bell & Howell Tax Shaver. Tax Shaver gives you a quick, razor-smooth shave, whether you're at home or on the go. It even has a built-in trimmer for sideburns and beards. And it works wet or dry for a great shave in even the harshest conditions. That's right, the Tax Shaver is completely waterproof.
Act now to get your Tax Shaver for this special TV price of just $29.99 with free shipping. It's the only shaver that features genuine Bell & Howell precision and quality and is backed by our 10-year warranty. Here's how to order.
To order, call 1-800-796-1043 or go to taxshaver.com. That's 1-800-796-1043, or you can order online at taxshaver.com.
The Division II boys swim and dive state meet took place today in Waukesha, and the Rhinelander Hodags were hoping to bring home a state title. Unfortunately, they would fall a little short of that goal. The Hodags finished in third place with a total of 202.5 points. They were 71.5 points behind the state champs Edgewood and 30.5 points behind second place Cedarburg. But hey, third place is nothing to laugh about. Still a great season for the Hodags. Congrats on your season finale finish. Major League Baseball's lockout is pushing back spring training. The league announced Friday that the first week of spring training games have been postponed. The exhibition slate that was scheduled to open on February 26th will now start on March 5th. That new date is dependent on progress in labor negotiations between the MLB and the Players Union. The end of February is seen as the deadline for a new labor deal in order to start the regular season on time as scheduled. Opening day is supposed to kick off on March 31st. We'll be right back here on Newswatch 12 with your final look at your weather. But first, here's Chris Berenix with this week's Big Old Fish.
Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Okay, what do you get when you cross a fishing pole and a dirty sock? Hook, line, and stinker, of course. Just like this joke. Anyway, moving right along with this week's Big Old Fish, we start off with 3-year-old Austin Mason from Phillips, who caught this beautiful white crappie when he, and I quote, stole the fishing rod from his dad's hands and reeled up his first fish ever. Well, Austin, not only is that a big old fish, but that's a heck of a story. Way to go and keep on reeling them in. Next up on this week's Big Old Fish, we have 8-year-old Jace Timmons from Arbor Vita. Now, Jace caught this beautiful 23-inch, 4 3/4-pound walleye while fishing with his mom and dad. Now, Jace is an avid fisherman, but this is his biggest fish to date. Well, let me be the first to congratulate you, well, I guess after your parents, and say that is one big old fish. Way to go, keep on reeling them in. And finally on this week's Big Old Fish, we have Ray Justin from Wisconsin Rapids, who caught this beautiful 23 3/4-inch walleye using a 1/4 ounce buckshot on the Wisconsin River. Well, that is one big old fish, Ray. Way to go, keep on reeling them in. All right, fishermen and women, make sure to keep those trophy pictures coming. All the information you need to be in a future episode of Big Old Fish and win a Northern Taxidermy fish mount is on our website, WJFW.com. And remember, anglers, fish on.
This is the purpose-built Ford F-150. It's a beast with brains. You know what? Skip this video. Go see one at the auto show.
It's auto show time, the best time to buy a Ford F-150 with ways to power up this and that. Work smarter. Muscle for most anything. Plus, special auto show offers to help you bring one home today. Order your F-150 during Auto Show to lock in this special Flex Buy offer. Plus, get an extra 1,000 retail order bonus.
Hi, I'm Dane Hagan.
And I'm Jeff Weller.
And we're looking for teens with exemplary character who are role models in the community.
We'll be hosting the YMCA Teen Character Awards on April 24th. We need you to nominate a teen who demonstrates the wise core values of caring, honesty, responsibility, and respect.
Teachers, counselors, family, and friends are all encouraged to nominate deserving teens using the online nomination form on ymcathenorthwoods.org. This is an excellent opportunity for you and the community to recognize teens with character.
At US Cellular, we're local, so we're on the ground every day, working to make sure our 5G network isn't impacted by the local weather.
Now you can get the most out of our 5G network with unlimited data for just $30 a month. Plus, choose any phone from any brand for free. That's right, free, including all 5G phones.
Because we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. All year round. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Bam! My accident? My accident happened in a second.
My settlement? That's taking a really long time.
If you've been injured in an accident and need money now while your case settles, call Oasis today.
Better days start today. Get the cash you need with Oasis.
There's no risk. If you lose your case, you don't have to pay Oasis back, ever. Applying for Oasis Express Cash is easy and takes 3 minutes. We'll work with your attorney, and if you're approved, get you $500 to $100,000 in as little as 24 hours. Use it for bills, rent, whatever you need help with. So call now or go online to apply. Remember, there's no risk to you.
Better days.
Better days.
Better days start today.
Oasis Financial, because life moves faster than your case.
Call now. Once approved, get your money in as little as 24 hours. 1-800-745-9991.
A fusion of sports and high jewelry, Tiffany & Company unveiled this limited edition Blue Wilson basketball on Friday. It is in celebration of the NBA All-Star Weekend in Cleveland. I don't know. It's a fancy basketball, I guess. I don't know if I would ever get it. It's up for sale in limited numbers at the Cavaliers stockroom. And in case you are interested in potentially buying this basketball, which I guess if you have the cash to do it, it's $575. So if you're going to buy it, maybe put it in like this nice little box and then never dribble it or anything like that. I definitely wouldn't play on my driveway with it, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, if I would get one, I would have to wait a little bit longer before the spring season comes on by. Let's talk some more weather, folks. And look at these wind gusts. Wisconsin Rapids coming in at 62-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So it was a very gusty day today, and it will be continuing to be gusty tonight into the morning hours with sustained winds right now in Rhineland around 20. Temperatures close to 0, but that feels like temperatures actually much, much colder with that snow moving on out, the clouds rolling on out. And that's why the temperatures will be dropping and the winds will be picking up.
All right, sweet. Thank you, Conrad. Thank you guys for watching Newswatch 12 at 10, and have a great weekend.